It's a bad, bad world. Purvis, you ready to start? We're starting recording. That was our intro.
Oh, talking about shootings? Nice.
No, just the it's a bad, bad world, but everyone knows what that's about.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone knows it's about all the bad things that are happening all the time, all across the country.
yeah. We just went through another mass shooting,
Yeah,
so
this one pretty close
love
to
that.
home, so not fun.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
So,
Honestly,
all right.
I give up.
Yeah, so
But anyway,
we're gonna skip the how are yous because the answer for both
yes,
of us is not great.
yeah, definitely not that.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it was like, God damn it, you ruined my least favorite holiday. Like,
I guess I didn't think about that. It's
uh,
definitely not up on the list of good holidays, but
no,
anyway.
it's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't bemoan anyone who wants to who wants a day off to like go like barbecue with your family. Hell yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh
But
yeah,
like,
I don't do it for America.
not a fan of the country, right now or possibly ever. Oh right,
I love the faith. But
yeah.
anyway, yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
We are not going to be talking about
Yeah. So,
politics and shootings.
do we want to just run over the news? Because big episode. We're doing a half year kind of like just a vibe check on the stuff that came out this year.
Yeah, like when I made this list, I did not realize there's a lot of albums that I
There
like
is a
need to go back to.
lot of stuff.
Like Jesus
There's a lot of
Christ.
stuff. Although I think I am impressed by how many of these I've listened to.
Do you think you've listened to more than half?
Easy. Oh yeah,
Really?
easy. Yeah, easy. I haven't listened to all of them,
I gotta
but
think
I
now. I
easily.
think I'm halfway through.
Yeah.
So you say.
Or maybe at least gave it like a good old honest try. Like got through most of the album.
I didn't try it with Dota 2. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's other ones that I did not try.
Oh,
but but we'll get to that. I guess we could start off with the news. It's not a lot of news.
no,
We are
not a lot.
recording
We do
in a
got a pretty big
little bit.
release.
We do.
We got
Yeah. Okay, it's two big releases in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. We got two big releases, one kind of weird one, and then one kind of cool one. So we got
Yeah.
Brett Fayez coming out with Wastelands, West Side Gun, Peace Fly God, The Game and Hit Boy Drillmatic, and Kid Cudi, The Boy Who Flew to the Moon, Volume 1.
Yes, I'm very, very excited. I think I'm going to listen to Brett Fayez first, and then I'm going to listen to whatever Kid Cudi has for us here.
I am very certain that that's like a greatest hits album.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's
That
going to contain.
I wouldn't be shocked if there was like a couple new songs on it. And maybe even
Okay.
had some songs that have never been on streaming.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like I think that's possible for sure. But everything I've heard is that it's a greatest hits album, and like, the dude has a super long career. Like,
he does.
yeah, so I don't bemoan him. Like, I definitely think Kid Cudi. Most artists who once they put out a greatest hits, that's like a sign that they're irrelevant. But I don't think that's true of Kid Cudi at all.
Yeah, no, he literally has an album coming out later this year.
Yeah,
I don't think it qualifies in this case.
yeah, and all the stuff he's and he's on an uptick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
like he's on an
Yeah,
uptick in quality.
Netflix stuff coming out. He's involved in everything.
Yeah, and he's been on a few singles this year that I've really liked.
Um, Now I got to think. What singles did he put out?
He was on the one with Denzel Curry and Jid.
Oh yeah, that just came out.
Yeah, he would. He had the one for the Sonic movie.
Oh yeah, well we were like,
This is like a
what was the
kid.
best way that we put it?
It's
Yeah,
a
we was
kid's
like, this is a
cartoon.
guy's song.
It's
Like, still
it's yeah. It's for. It's good though. It's a Kid Cudi song. Like it's a good.
right.
It's a good Kid Cudi song too. It's not bad by any stretch, but it is like Kid Cudi doing the theme song of like a '90s like cartoon show. But I like that. Like I don't.
I mean, it's becoming more common. I've noticed.
Yeah.
The Minions movie just came out, and Yeet is like one of the main people on the soundtrack.
So is Brockhampton, but I think the song they put out for it, not good.
Oh, I did not. I missed that completely. Then
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and explore that.
But yeah, that's what I'm interested in. I want to see if Kid Cudi, because he's he's bringing a kid named Cuddy to streaming services this week too, right?
That's also what I heard, and then I saw this was coming out, so I didn't know if it was both. I didn't know if it was actually the
It
same
might be
thing.
next week. I don't know 100%, but yeah, no, he's putting a kid named Cuddy on streaming services.
Okay, that I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to go back and listen to some of those songs that haven't made streaming. I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest.
Oh my god. Okay. I just looked at the
Yeah.
I just looked at the track list for the Kid Cudi album.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah. But don't look at it because there's spoilers.
Oh no, I want to look now.
No, I don't. You'll spoil the podcast.
Oh,
It's a greatest hits album.
oh no, I'm looking at. I'm looking at it. I can't hold myself from that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is, I won't say what it is, but like now you've.
I don't know. I don't even know if you'll know what it is if you see it.
I was gonna say I need to somehow track this down. I don't even know. Ooh, wait a minute.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, what the song? There's only one song that he's bringing to streaming, and it's one of my recommendations. It's like an old SoundCloud song that he never released,
Oh my god,
and it was one of my recommendations for this week.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
And perfectly timed.
yeah. And also, I just want to let you know, I'm just warning you. I got 3 fucking bangers for recommendations.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
I am excited.
I am
like,
excited. Yeah, that was gonna be my first. I have like some ones lined up. This is gonna be sick.
Okay. Sorry, having a moment.
So tell me about West Side Gun.
West Side Gun. I mean, that's what.
He's a Griselda dude, right?
Said, yeah. Remember when I said that I was going through that like weird grimy rap phase, and he was like a part of it, along with like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, different people like that.
Yeah.
He is apparently coming out with an album this Friday as well.
Those guys are on fire.
Yeah. They're called like Peace Fly God, and that's something that I am actually very excited to get to.
Yeah.
I will say Brett Fayez and Kid Cudi will definitely come first, just naturally because I need some good R&B. I haven't listened to some good R&B in a while.
Yeah.
But it would be very nice to hear like some grimy, actual real rap. And I don't want to be like one of those old heads. It's like, oh, this is real rap. But like,
no,
it is a significant difference.
It's a different thing.
Right. Like, you can tell when you get it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with just like calling out that like different generations had different rap styles, and it is totally okay to have a preference for one of those styles.
Exactly. It's
you know, like, yeah. And like, yeah, first off, you should absolutely be trying to listen to as many different types of any music. Really.
I'm honestly here for it. Like I said, I've been getting excited about like the house music stuff. Like all the stuff that we've been talking about it. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Drake is like started the movement for me. But
well, now you got nowhere to go but up.
I'm sure there's worse, but I know what you mean.
I don't know.
All right, well, I'll just take it as a good sign.
Yeah.
Honestly. I wanted to ask, what is your opinion on the single? I told you about the single, but I didn't listen to it.
Dude, it's so I really fucking like it. So the single we're talking about is Run from Killer Mike featuring Young Thug. Now Dave Chappelle does like a spoken word intro, but it's only in the music video.
Oh, okay.
So like when you listen to it, and also it's for the best because like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of baggage with Dave Chappelle. He was probably my favorite comedian for my entire life, and then the whole thing happens. And so I just have like a very bitter feelings about him right now. So I'm very happy I can listen to the song. without.
Without him in it.
Not that it's even that bad. Like I'm not gonna, it's not like it's the worst spoken word intro in the world. It's just like I'm happy to just have run, just have like Young Thug on it and Killer Mike. It's really fun to hear Killer Mike off an LP beat. Like, Run the Jewels is great, but sometimes I like to be reminded of what these guys can do on their own.
Yeah.
And LP was just on, and he's an artist who doesn't do like features really, but he was just on some underground stuff. So hearing them apart is like really really fun, and I thought this was Loki. I've been listening to it all week.
Okay. But I do want to get to it eventually. I was actually curious. I was trying to find out some information, but it was pretty limited in terms of like finding the timeline of when this song might have been made because I know it was released recently. But I was wondering how would it work with Young Thug being in jail? Like, I don't think he's been released. So I'm curious how these songs are put together.
Young Thug's feature it's not awful. Like I like it, and I'm not even the biggest Young Thug fan in the world. Uh, but I would not be shocked if it was like a canned feature.
Okay.
Just something they had, and Killer Mike
Same.
liked it on the song. Yeah, they had it in the vault, and Killer Mike liked it on the song, and probably gave the money to help finance their defense or something. Like, that Loki, that's probably what Killer Mike like.
No, yeah. Honestly, I could see it.
That's kind of
No doubt in
why
my
Young
mind.
Thug is on the track, probably.
Hey, I will gladly take it. Free,
Yeah,
free YSL, as they say.
yeah.
um,
Are you
and I,
directing traffic? Are
God,
you
don't
the
start
one who?
that. Honestly, though, he's going to use that in the song. He's going to use
I
that
could
bit
not
in the
wait.
song as soon as he's out.
Oh my god.
Because it fits pretty damn well. But another thing, I guess, kind of moving on, because it's not a lot of news.
No.
The actual news that I wanted to bring up, just because like this has been taking over my social media with so many memes, but
The
there were two
Usher.
tiny. Yep.
Yeah. So I
There
watched the
were,
Denzel Curry one.
okay. I was actually going to ask that you see either one. I was going to say that both of them, the Tiny Desk came out, one for Usher, one for Denzel Curry within the last week.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of memes about the Usher one, and everyone's like, "Oh, give him his flowers." And I have not seen the Denzel Curry one, to be honest.
So I did not know how many Tiny Desk concerts they put out.
It's like a couple a week.
It's a lot. Like it
Yeah,
is wild.
it is
Uh,
impressive, and the range of artists is insane to me.
yeah. Loved Denzel's though. Did not get around to watching Usher's. I probably will though. I like Usher, but
I think I
loved
do most of
Denzel's
them.
though. He had crazy energy. He has, and it was kind of impressive. Not even kind of. It was impressive seeing him like come into such a inherently calm setting
Yeah,
and
and bring the energy.
bring energy the way he did, because like it's not over the top. He adapts it. He like meets it in the middle.
Okay, that's good.
you
It would
know
be a little weird if he was going full out like he does at a concert.
yeah, yeah, that would be probably a crime if we're being real.
Actually, though, Loki, it probably
It
would be a
would
crime.
probably
They
be a
would
crime.
have to keep an
Could
eye
you
on that.
imagine a Travis Scott Tiny Desk concert?
Jesus Christ.
It's like,
Just the background lights are flashing, everything's falling off the wall. He's just breaking stuff. I can see
or
that.
what if it's like like just an acoustic version of Sicko Mode?
Jesus Christ. No, that's one thing I don't need in my
Although, like,
life.
you could low key like just have him in the weekend with an acoustic guitar and do "Wake Up." Like that would probably be good.
Yeah, that would be fine.
That'd be cool.
That I can.
Yeah, I could watch that. Like, uh, so yeah, no, I love the Tiny Desk concerts. I'll get to the Usher one, but when I saw Denzel did one, I was like, yeah,
No,
all
this is
right,
big hype.
all right. Maybe we'll finally have a shorter episode this week.
Yeah, honestly, like we keep saying we're gonna have lighter episodes, and then we talk for fucking 3 hours,
I mean,
as
yeah,
though people like listening to us.
I don't know how they do it, but we're gonna. So what we want to do is we just want to like do a temp check on this year, right? And go over some of our favorite albums, some of our least favorite albums, what we think some of the trends are, who we think is having a good year, who's not.
Yeah.
Mervis, who
Should
do
we
you
start off
think?
with good?
Yeah, who do you think is having a good year? That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay. So not necessarily my favorite, but just like who's actually
Like
doing successful right
overall,
now.
like who's having a good year?
I think if I'll pick I'll pick five names. Is that fair? I
Sure.
think five is fair. I'm gonna say Pusha T, as always,
Yeah.
is having a phenomenal year. Um, Everything that he's running right now with the Almost Dry tour, the promotion behind it, the
The
success that he's
merch.
had,
Yeah.
the actual quality of the album. This, I think, should go down as a highlight in his career.
Yeah.
As he doesn't have any whole light, well, no lights, but
It's just
I think
building.
he's
It's
doing very
building.
well.
Yeah.
Denzel Curry had a phenomenal project that he put out. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. I will say I haven't gone back to it as much, but I can recognize the impact and the talent that he's had. So that would be my two. Three, of course, Kendrick Lamar. It's self-explanatory. Um, After that, I would either say Earth Gang or Dreamville, the actual mixtape project. Those would be my four and five.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's about. Yeah. I think if I'm looking at like who's having like a really good year, first name I gotta go with is Lupe Fiasco.
I
You
still
know,
haven't.
not even necessarily drill music and Zion because I don't think it's like in my top three of the year. This is more like from an artist perspective and less like a specific project. But just
Right,
like
right.
some of the singles he dropped in the lean up to drill music and Zion, him being at MIT. Uh, Now I think like he's just having like a really good year. I think he is in the midst of a third like wave in his music, and I think this is a really good start to it.
Would you say what you did here so far? Is it like a because you just said it's a third wave? Was it a clear shift from his previous
Yes, yes, and no. I say
in more
that
ways?
well, drill music in Zion is a lot shorter and a lot more approachable than the last wave.
Okay.
So in that way, it feels very new. Sonically, it's a lot closer to that second wave than it is the first one, but in spirit and the album itself feels a little bit more close to uh like the food and liquor stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a nice combination of both. I think we'll probably be, hearing this kind of sound evolve. And impressively, this album was made in 12 hours.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. Like he
Yeah,
literally like did it on like Garage Band on a
yeah,
flash drive or something.
yeah. Which which I hear is 10 and a half longer than it took to make. Honestly, never mind. Uh,
Huh. Okay. Interesting take you have there.
yeah,
Honestly, and when I heard like that those details of how he made drill music in Zion, I thought it was a direct connection to his new classes that he's teaching. I feel like
yeah.
he was trying to make a point or throw it into maybe one of his lessons or whatever it might be. Um, how you can just like anybody could just start making music, honestly. Like if you really
Yeah,
wanted to.
no, definitely. And it's on one hand, like yes, it does come across as super approachable because like yeah, you could just like make it in your like living room. But on the
Yeah.
other hand, like with all that aside, you could you could see how talented Lupe is, right? Because like
Mhm.
you could make that in your living room, but you can't because you're not Lupe Fiasco.
Right. It's
You
still
know,
gonna take the skill
yeah,
and talent.
it's the so in some ways like it's very approachable, but in some ways like his talents are laid very bare. And I think that's cool.
Which is a flex.
Yeah,
That's a flex.
that's a flex.
Okay.
The other guy I think is having a good year. I think Pusha T's having a great year.
Phenomenal, like I
Uh,
said. The rollout has
absolutely.
been great.
I gotta say, Big Crit. He's the only guy on this on this list twice. Like,
And we did a full
yeah,
like deep dive
yeah,
on
and
Digital Roses on that.
I don't think either of his albums are like in the top five of the year. Although I have gone back to Digital Roses a lot more than I thought I would.
Okay.
But I do think just they're above average albums, and I think putting out two in a year, especially one that's like a big group project, I think that's really cool. So just in totality, I got to give it to him for that. But
I
the
did
guy,
consider it.
huh?
I said I did consider it. The only reason I didn't say it is because I know he's had better years.
He
If that
said,
makes sense.
I don't know if he's had better years, but he certainly has had better projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other guy, the guy who I think this is his year, he is dominating, is Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
just
That was my
he's
second.
all over the place. He's featuring on other people's songs. He's doing freestyles that are going viral. He's doing tiny desk concerts. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future is God. It is very hard to pick, but on a certain day, it might be my favorite album of the year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's hard because like there's four that like are really bidding for that top spot.
I was gonna say the next question we should have once we finish up, like who's having a good year, what's the actual album so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do five,
Okay.
but like even then, I'm gonna have to do like mentions
Okay.
because Dawn FM is up there for me. I really love Dawn FM. I at first it did not hit me as hard as After Hours did, but having gone back to it and given it time a few times, you know, kind of 6 months out, it's quite up there for me.
Okay.
The other one, Few Good Things. I mean,
Um
Saba.
God dang it. I still haven't I've been catching up on all my albums, dude, and I'm like, I'm just now getting
Uh,
into this year's. But I've heard it's been phenomenal for the
it's
Saba.
extremely good. And then the other ones are the obvious ones. It's almost dry. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, and then Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I was gonna say the last three you just named, those would be like my top three. I don't know the full order. It would
Yeah,
probably be Kendrick, Pusha T, and then Denzel for me personally.
yeah.
But I feel like it's everything else just doesn't really compare, at least in my opinion.
I think Dawn FM comes close.
Oh, that's true, Don FM, and I did include Don FM just because like the weekend kind of dabbles into some hip hop, but
I,
Don FM is
I think R&B falls within the scope of the
right.
podcast. I don't
Yeah,
think.
100%.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like Don FM wasn't heavy on the hip hop side, you know.
no,
That at least that particular project.
yeah, 100%. That's totally fair. Of all of his projects, this is the one that is the biggest reach.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean those got to be the three. But then again, like I even love Ghetto Gods like a whole lot.
That's a sleeper.
Yeah. Uh, Drill Music in Zion, I really liked.
It's just when I was considering my choices, I'm thinking about also like what did I actually play? Like what did I sit down with no one else around and just go, what do you want to listen to? And It's Almost Dry is probably number one, actually.
It's Almost Dry is definitely Dawn
Like I
FM.
played it a ton.
Dawn FM and It's Almost Dry are
Yeah.
number one and number two in that regard. Uh, and then it's a very close tie between Mr. Morale and Denzel.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, look, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, there's an entire podcast we did about it. It's just it's a statement.
Right.
You know, it's a statement piece. It is absolutely like a worthy addition to Kendrick Lamar's oeuvre. Said that word again. And
It's coming back.
but There's something about it that where I just want to put Denzel reaching for new heights, like just like a
Mhm.
little bit above it. But then sometimes I wake up and I'd be like, oh, but fucking fucking savior though. Like,
What what did you text me the other day, bro? It was like in the middle of the day. It's just like today gonna be the day you walk to that moment.
oh yeah.
So I completely understand. There's moments like completely random where I'm just like, you know what? I do want to go back and like listen to like a deeper project, and it would obviously be Kendrick's.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I listen to Kendrick's project a lot. What I've found is, with a few exceptions, I really just listen to the album.
Hmm. Like you wouldn't just listen to a song, so I get that.
Like there's a few of them like Savior. Let me look.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie.
Father Time.
I don't think I've just played a song from any of these albums. A lot of these albums, like I legit just press play on the album.
I have to pull out songs from the Denzel album a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the whole album. Like,
Hmm.
actually, a lot, really. But there are just some extremely strong singles on there. Like, sometimes I'm just sad and I want to listen to Troubles. Got some troubles that these drugs can't fix. Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, that is a good song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good song. That's a really good song. I
yeah.
don't know, like I've just been sleeping, I guess, on some of these albums. I just thought initially a lot of these didn't have replay abilities, which isn't a word, but I keep saying it on the
That's a
podcast.
word. That's fine.
Um, I don't know. Nothing has like really stick besides the Almost Dry and Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
Is there one? And I guess I should ask. Don't say Drake, but is there one that she legitimately did like?
Oh, Donda 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's another
Yeah.
obvious one. I should have said
Donda,
not that one.
uh, Donda 2. Uh, I got real tired of Bible. Not
Okay.
not that it's bad. I don't think Bible is bad. I just thought it was a little much. It could have been trimmed down quite a bit and maybe gone over a little bit. But
Right. Cleaned up.
yeah, cleaned up a bit. But not bad. Definitely still hot in 5EO foreign. 5EO, still a fan. Come on the podcast. Um, but it was that one was one where even though I recognized the talent in the artist, I was like, oh, this one's hard to get through.
Like
Uh,
it just did not. It was not easy to digest.
yeah. I was bored to tears by Jack Harlow.
I was literally gonna say mine is probably Jack Harlow.
Yeah. Sticky and Massive are better than any song on the Jack Harlow album. but,
It honestly is.
yeah, but like, that's just two songs, man. That's a whole album. oh, yeah, Jimmy Crooks.
Yeah, I was about to say it's about four or five that I can point out and be like, I will genuinely like listen to this by myself. I do not care what
Yeah.
anyone says. But yeah, it will probably be Jack Harlow is up there with Donda 2. I'm not even gonna lie. After seeing that live performance and like how horrific it went, I did not bother to download the rest of Donda 2 onto my stem player to listen to it.
Oh,
It just
I
wasn't
did.
worth it.
It broke my heart.
It-
It was,
Somebody's because like now you can actually download it from the website, right? Like you don't need a
yeah,
stem player.
you don't need a stem player.
Man, how did that?
To be fair, we bought
Jesus
them
Christ, bro.
before. Yeah.
No, it's not that. Like I still, and we've talked about this. Like I think it was like the third episode or something like that. I do not regret buying the sim player in the slightest. I have it in front of me right now.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some dust on it, but that's not a regret that I have.
I think I'm gonna put it. I
Um,
think I'm gonna display it on my desk at work.
yeah, that would be dope. Honestly, whatever you want to do with it, like it still holds value and it's still an interesting product that was released. But man, Kanye was going through. He always and it sucks that there's been so many times like the community, not even the community, like people who aren't even fans. I went to the doctor's office I think 2 weeks ago, and I was wearing my foam runners, and the nurse was like, "Oh my god, those are like really dope shoes. They look like Crocs, but like even cooler." And I was like, "Yeah, they're like they're Yeezy shoes. They're the Kanye West shoes." And like someone, this like older white lady who does not listen to rap, immediately was like, "Oh yeah, Kanye's a genius, but man, is he trouble?" And it just sucks. Like
Yeah.
this would go down as another example of like, don't get me wrong, they're good intentions. I understand the business side of it, but man, does it suck that like you can easily walk away from this and be like, he was troubled. Who sells a $200 product and force people to buy it to listen to an album and then not even go through it all the way?
Yeah, it was just after Donta making it look like he really was like that eccentric genius. Like Donta 2 was just him catching fire.
Lit- Literally,
Yeah. It was like, what is this? It's like this is
him at Soldier Field catching fire. That was literally him.
yeah. Like it it burnt me out on him. And like also like a lot of Kanye's behavior this year was legitimately very troubling. In a
Yes.
way that his behavior never usually is. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like a lot of the things Kanye does either, but I also think a lot of people make a whole lot of hoopla over it over nothing.
Hmm.
Like, people compare him to fucking R. Kelly and Michael Jackson because he likes Donald Trump, and I'm like, those aren't the same thing.
Right.
Stop it. Like,
Stop it. How
but
many
like
years did R. Kelly get? Like
30?
30?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 years more than Ghislaine Maxwell, by the way.
Yeah. We'll be serving those
But my
30
point,
years.
but my point being, but like what he was doing to Kim was legitimately that bad. Like it was
Yeah. That's
not,
very concerning.
and I don't have any love for the Kardashians, but that's not okay.
Right.
Yeah. And
I agree.
so, question: what did you think of the Two Chainz album? Did you ever get around to it? Because it's one of the ones I missed.
It is one that I have saved and I have full intentions on listening to it. Do not get me wrong. I'm going to listen to it. I just have not gotten around to it. I am extremely sad that I haven't gotten around to it because like I remember um I think it what's the album? Rapper Go to League, right?
Yeah,
Is that the full title?
yeah.
I just want
Rapper
to make
Go to
sure
the
I get the
League.
full
That's
title.
the one that came out. I think it's not his
It
last one.
was
Yeah, it came out in
yeah, I was
2018.
about
I
to
think.
say it was a while ago, but I remember when it came out, like I was on vacation and like you and I just like we fell in love with that album.
It was a
It
really good
was
album.
phenomenal album. It
Yeah.
was like really, really good. He did not drop. I don't think there's any misses, to be honest. And I did go and listen to the more recent one, So Help Me God, and I appreciated that one. And so I just need to get it together. That's all I can say.
That's
It's kind of
fair.
sad that I haven't listened to it, but I 100% am excited to listen to Don't Sell Itself.
Yeah.
But I
By the
haven't
way,
heard it much.
such a good,
Yeah, amazing, man.
yeah, title for it.
Have you seen the cover art?
Oh yeah, I've listened to it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know if I love it as much as Rapper Go to the League,
Okay.
but I like it a whole lot.
Man, he's been around for a
Long time.
decade or more than a decade, a
He puts
very
out a
long
bunch
time.
of albums.
I'm taking a look at it now.
Yeah,
I'm
he
going
has.
back to 2010.
Yeah, he has a bunch of albums. It is kind of upsetting.
You gotta love Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that's why it's hard to like. As much as I like a lot of Two Chain, like a lot of his stuff, like a lot of like his better quality stuff rises to the top.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard to take him seriously as an artist because like he puts out so much and like such a small percentage of it is really worth it. You know what I mean?
I completely
Like
understand you,
as
man. There's
good as
many artists.
like as good as the best stuff is.
I will say, as soon as you said that, there's a couple of artists that do come to mind. But the biggest one I think that's even worse than Two Chains, and I know you might push back, but like Chief Keef has probably 10,000
Oh
albums.
no, I totally agree.
And
Totally
it's
agree.
like some of this is just unnecessary. Gucci Mane has 10,000 albums.
Yeah,
Most of it is just unnecessary.
that's got to be like a scheme. That's got to be money laundering. Like there's no way. Like
All right, bro. It's
oh
money
by the
laundering.
way, I gotta say, uh, what was it? Best bar of the year has to be Denzel on that song, "Talk About Me," where he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Got me feeling like I'm fat Gucci."
Bro, there's so many people that like actually talk about Fat Gucci, which by itself, don't get me wrong, amazing. I'm glad that he got it together and he's healthy now.
And he's not a
But like,
clone.
what a shift!
He's not a clone. He might be a CIA asset, but he's not a clone. Like,
I mean, honestly, it's good for him. He went into jail probably like 400 pounds and like came out looking like a bodybuilder and a wife that held down his funds. God
uh,
bless her. So like, you can't get mad at him. Can't get mad at him.
yeah. So what album are you most ashamed for not listening to on this list?
Um, ooh, that's tough. Which one am I ashamed that I haven't gotten to? There's a couple. That's the sad part. Like that's honestly the sad part.
My
I'm sad that I haven't gone to Two Chains. I'm sad I haven't listened to Saba. I'm sad I haven't listened to Vince Staples.
that's mine.
Like you
I
haven't listened to Vince Staples either?
No, but I always wait a year to listen to Vince Staples. It's like a fine wine.
Oh, wait a year in age. But like all of those, like even Snoop Dogg put out an album. Like that's not something that I'm necessarily excited to listen to. Like he's a classic. That's someone who built. Well, I won't say built the genre, but was very influential to the genre.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny you bring this up, but I was watching a TikTok that was like a clip of an interview with Vince Staples, where he was talking
Okay.
about Snoop Dogg and being from LA and being from the same place as Snoop Dogg, and he just talks about how he thinks like Snoop Dogg has transcended like culture in such a way that like it has actually harmed his rap legacy.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like he's like especially his early stuff, like Doggy Style is still probably like one of the best debut tapes of all time.
Hmm.
You know.
I agree.
Uh, by the way, we gotta do a deep dive on something old. That's something.
Oh
we
yeah,
gotta do.
eventually, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, we gotta do that soon.
But I guess I should ask, how is he saying that it hurt his legacy?
Just the idea that like, because he has ascended to this cultural spot where people don't even see him as a rapper, like people in Vince Staples' generation, if you're talking about current rap, if you're talking, and he's still making music, if you're talking about the old school, he just doesn't really get brought up.
Yeah.
It's not even like someone like Dre, who like is kind of thought about like in his era, even if he's not really as relevant anymore. But like he has just ascended and has become so big.
Right.
And
It's bigger than just that one
it's
area.
because like if you're really asking like who is the most famous rapper of all time, it's Snoop Dogg. It's got to be Snoop Dogg.
Hmm. More than a household name, like Jesus.
Absolutely, like, and also beloved.
Yeah, that too. Honestly, I'm about to say I don't know anyone.
Yeah, he's also like my parents like
It's
Snoop
ever
Dogg.
been like I don't like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, like it's, and apparently he still puts on good concerts too.
That I can 100% see. I mean,
Yeah,
he
that doesn't
the
seem like a
energy
stretch.
that he would bring.
Oh, especially after seeing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that too. Oh yeah. Jesus, I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
was
see,
this
here's the
year.
thing. Perfect example.
Yeah, and it fits exactly what
Yeah.
we're talking about now. That's insane that just happened. Um. Okay, then I'm gonna take a different route. What is something you haven't listened to and you have no intention on getting to?
The Gunna album.
No, you haven't. Come on, bro.
I
You
think
haven't listened to
I
the
may have
Gun
heard
album and you don't want to?
I think I haven't. Look, also Little Dirk.
That was gonna be one of mine. I was gonna say either the Little Dirk one or the Baby Young Boy one. I haven't listened to either one of those, and I honestly don't plan on it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even read that one. My brain just. Oh, I should have said Kodak Black.
He automatically checked it off. Oh my god! Yeah,
Yeah.
Kodak Black is up there.
Yeah, like my brain wasn't even reading those. Like,
The names are so bad.
it's just like my brain doesn't
subconsciously
even
is just like
doesn't
not
even
even gonna
register.
read it.
Like, what if I said Logic? Like,
Okay, you would be going too far.
dude,
Those other names are worse than.
Dude,
Logic.
Fantano gave him a 7. Like,
I still need to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it.
like everyone said, like It's I've seen a million memes where it's like, can you believe that like Logic put out a better album than Drake?
What year is it? Like honestly,
Yeah.
I would rather you listen to the Gunna project than the Logic one. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, but you haven't heard the Logic one.
I mean, but even still, like I just feel like it's Logic, and you're not gonna like it either way. So it's not even worth being like, oh, go listen to it, give it a try.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Also, there's a possibility I listened to it and just completely forgot about it.
I was gonna say you probably heard half of it and just didn't realize it, from being
Yeah, I'm
honest.
like, oh, I heard all of it. It's just like, in the
You
background,
heard
in the
Push P.
backgrounds of TikToks of girls dancing.
Honestly, I was gonna say you've definitely heard Pushing P. You've heard
Uh,
Pussy Power. Um, you've probably heard Too Easy.
oh yeah, I've heard Pushing P.
Yeah, like that was
It
just a
was, it
staple.
was a meme. Like,
Right, exactly.
good meme. Good meme.
It served its purpose. um, I guess another thing I should ask: what do you have the most excitement for that has not come out? Because we're at the halfway point.
Yeah.
So going forward, give me 2 or 3 names that you're most excited for.
Oof. I mean, like, of ones that are confirmed coming.
Yeah, I was going to say at least it needs to have some kind of bias. We can't be like, I want another Drake project or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Like, it's not
No, yeah.
realistic.
Like, it's probably Joey Badass.
Okay.
Yeah, Joey Badass's next album is probably the thing I'm most excited for. A Chance the Rapper project is another thing that like I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
we're getting, and it seems like we will.
Yep.
And that final Brockhampton album, that would probably be
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot that's coming out.
yeah. And like, look, I want to say Frank Ocean, but like, obviously, that's the obvious
Right.
answer, right? Like, obviously, I want Frank Ocean. Like, it's like when you walk into a steakhouse, it's like, what do you want to eat? It's like, I want steak. That's why I came here. Like, I exist and I'm sad, so I want Frank Ocean. Right? It's just it's the
You know what I'm here
nature
for.
of my being.
I completely understand, but that would be somebody that's like, there has been zero proof. There's no leading evidence. There's no reason to even assume that Frank Ocean will ever put out another project.
He's making so much money off jewelry. He's probably like,
I know.
he's probably like, fuck music.
I almost bought one too. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh,
I
I
almost bought one
totally
of the
will.
necklaces.
I want to get a Homer piece so bad. Like,
Dude, I just can't. I could do it, but I just can't justify it. It's just like
I can't do it.
well, obviously the like $10,000 pieces. No, I'm not gonna.
I
Buy
can't do it, but I
can't buy
can
that.
justify it. It's like, you don't understand. I need more gold on me than the creative director. That's how I move up and defeat.
You're gonna take. You're taking the exact opposite approach.
Yeah. It's like, this is a business expense.
Honestly, throw it on the corporate card. You know what, Chase? Let me get that corporate card. You're not even gonna notice that.
It's like, Chase, this is like 0.000000001% what you charge poor people for overdrafts. Let me have my Homer piece. Like,
literally, like, please just give it to me. If I had to select 2 or 3 in order, Chance is one,
yeah.
but only if it's good.
I think
But-
Chance
but-
deserves it just because of how good the
Yes.
stuff he's been putting out is.
Yes. But that's just a me. But yes, absolutely, Chance is one. Travis would be 2. I'm most excited for those 2. Obviously, they're 2 of my Angel Boys. And if I'm being honest, I'm excited for the Beyonce album coming out at the end of this month. I really am.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good for respect. Yeah.
Yeah. I already know it's going to be fantastic. It's Beyonce. I think like she's been. I mean, it's Beyonce. We don't need to say that she's been hiding or whatever. She's doing Beyonce things.
Yeah.
But it's not like she's exactly in the spotlight or anything. So whenever she does come back, it's like, oh, this is refreshing. What do you want to bring to the world now?
Something I'll hope for, and this is honestly something that just crossed my mind, like as I was thinking now. As after the singles this week, it's certainly possible. I'd love a Killer Mike album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, he's my favorite rapper of all time, and like he's been the last 10 years has been a duo streak with Run the Jewels. And look, love that, but I can take a solo. Like,
Has there been any talks of either a solo or a collaboration?
this single,
Okay,
this
so
single
mostly
is the
just
closest thing. And no, just the only thing is I remember listening to an interview with him and LP last summer where they just said that like, yeah, like if they, because they only do Run the Jewels like when they could be in the same room together.
okay.
So he's like, yeah, like if there's a chance there'll be solo music before the next project, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay.
It'll never
Okay.
happen. Like low key, Frank might be more likely, but like
Sheesh.
a surprise Run the Jewels album this year would cement this as the best year of my life. Like,
It's the best year ever. I mean,
yeah,
I understand honestly because like even with the lineup coming up, I already told you like if Chance drops a good album, I'm burning down a cop car.
yeah.
If Travis drops a good album, I'm burning Lake Michigan. Like with those two alone, and then we have possibilities of like Jid coming out with something.
Oh, Jid would be a good
Um,
one. Jid
yeah,
is,
like
Jid
there's
is
a lot
someone
of
who
names.
won me over really hard this year.
Yeah, Jid is another one. Smino's talking about putting something out. So it's a lot of it's we have a lot of time
Yeah,
for like good music to still
yeah,
come out, and we've already had a phenomenal year.
yeah. So it's been a crazy rich year.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now let's talk about some of the singles because I like that you kind of called these out because I do
Yeah,
think it's interesting because like I 100% believe that like some of the best singles of the year are not necessarily related to some of the best albums of the year.
yeah, yeah. It's that is very correct. The
Yeah.
singles that I did throw in here, yeah, it was intentional. There's maybe three that ended up on the album, but I still included it because it came out before the album.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Um,
like I mean, I first off, Dawn FM and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers didn't have singles.
no, not at all. It doesn't even
Yeah,
have a lead single or anything
like
like
none
that.
of them. And I what was it? Melt My Eyes had Zatachi and Walking.
Hmm.
And yeah, and what's super interesting is that I do not think those are some of the strongest songs on the album.
Not at all. I mean,
And
even the other ones that like I was gonna point out that did lead to an album, like "Pussy Power" from Gunna, not the best song on the album. "City of Gods," it's up there, but I don't know
yeah,
if it's the best. And then "Diet Coke." I mean, there's no misses
Loki.
on the whole album, but like
Low key though,
there's other dope.
it's the most boring song. It's the one I skipped the
Yeah,
most by far.
and that's what I'm saying. Like
Like
there's
it's
other songs.
like it's a miss. I think it's a miss by Pusha T standards. Like maybe not by like normal hip hop standards, but by Pusha T standards, I would call
Hmm.
that a miss.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Uh,
mad at you at all.
but no,
The only one I think.
and it
Go
really
ahead.
is the only one on the album because
Yeah, yeah.
the other single, Neck and Wrist, I like that one.
Yeah, with Jay Z. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about that a lot.
I also don't think it was the best. I also think it was far from one of the best songs on that album, but I don't think it's a miss.
Yeah, yeah, I completely
Yeah.
understand what you mean. I mean,
But
I'm still looking at this list. The only song that was a lead single that was probably the best one is "Life of the Party," which is Kanye and
oh
Andre
yeah,
3000.
yeah, that was got to be that's got to be my
The
favorite,
rest
the
of Down
best
to
one.
Two is just kind of.
Yeah. Uh, another single I absolutely loved doesn't seem like it's going to be attached to a project is Cash in Cash Out.
Man, if that
Eh,
becomes attached to a project, we are in danger. Could
yeah, well,
you
It would
imagine?
be a Pharrell project,
I guess that is true. That is true,
but
especially with this
I would love that.
song.
Like
Could you imagine a collab with those people? A whole project?
that
Jesus Christ.
that's a Run the Jewels style combination. That is a group of artists I could see multiple projects doing good. Like
That's what I'm saying. That would be insane.
um
What's one single besides the Cash and Cash Out that you would want to become a project? Because mine was gonna be That's My Bitch by ASAP Rocky. I would love ASAP Rocky to also come out with an album. Like
oh
based off the vibe from that single.
Oof. Chance the Rapper and Vic Mensa.
Okay.
I would love if that was a collab album.
Ooh, they would be
Yeah.
phenomenal. I'm
And
still waiting.
another single I just want to mention, just
Mhm.
because like in the interest of like, hey, I think this was like a really great single, but the album it's on like just isn't top tier by any stretch. Is "Put You On" Wiz Khalifa, Big
Okay.
Crit, Girl Talk, and Smoke DZA off Full Court Press. I would
Oh,
100%
okay.
put that in the top three singles of the year.
I didn't know that was a single before the
Yeah,
project. I missed that.
yeah, no, that was like the big announcement single.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is one of the top ones for me. It became a project, so it's not really relevant to that last question.
But even still, it kind
Yeah.
of applies. I see what you mean. Um, is there one that you are surprised that it was famous? Because for me, Lil Baby put out 2 songs in a day, Right On and In a Minute. And I did some research on these 2 singles that I surprisingly never listened to. Like they were trending in like apparently it was like number 5 and number 6 on all the charts.
Um,
And I never even like get to it.
I thought like I don't surprised. I have no idea. Maybe like pushing P because I thought like there's no way this joke will last. Like,
And boy,
but
did it
no,
carry
not
on for a
really,
while.
not really. Because like I really think the biggest hit out of all these is definitely First Class,
Yeah. And
and
that's just yeah.
like with that sample, like anyone's gonna, you and me could be on that album, that song, and make it a hit. Like,
I mean, if Jack Harlow could do it, then no, I'm just
it's just
playing.
like that beat is just so good.
It is, and it carries it.
Yeah, it
Honestly, like
carries
like
it.
I said,
Like you could have put like a raccoon, like just like growling.
all right, bro.
And as long as it was like chopped up with the beat, I think it would have been fine.
I want to see. I'm thinking about that other question now that I'm looking at the list again. I want to see Plan B. Where's Megan Thee Stallion going? We
Oh,
talked about it. Her next album's
that
supposed to be a
that
concept
was a
album.
single I wanted to talk about because I love the early '90s kind of vibe from that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was out here spitting bars.
I mean, we said the next one, if it's a concept one,
And look,
gonna
I
shake
would
up some numbers.
I would say like if she was just doing like a throwback like '90s like thing, that would be close enough for a concept for me to fulfill that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's all Megan Thee Stallion needs to be like legitimately in the top tier of hip hop now.
Mm.
Not all time, but like
That upper echelon.
yeah. And I just mean in terms of talent, like, and I mean like legitimate comparisons to like J Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick seems a bit much, but like low key, like how can you compare someone to J Cole and not Kendrick? Like,
I'm about to say they're all
yeah.
kind of
So like yeah,
up
like
there.
I think she would legitimately be in that tier with one classic album, and she's already the biggest pop star in the world.
She is honestly. I think she just, in my opinion, I think she passed Doja Cat, which is a phenomenal
I don't think Doja Cat
achievement.
ever passed her. Like I think
I don't know.
I don't
Doja
know.
Cat was up there, but either way, both of them are
Yeah,
like doing phenomenal with their careers. And if we do get like that classic concept album, I think I would want something like personal, like at least like I would want to see a different side of Megan that no one knows.
yeah,
I think
that's
that
all.
would be phenomenal.
Yeah, because like I mean, her sound has definitely evolved for sure. I don't want to imply that she was stagnant at all because I don't think that's true.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, I would love to see like a revolution as opposed to an evolution.
Yes,
Ugh.
that's a great way to put it. I think.
I don't know. Anything else?
I mean that's pretty much everything that's came out so far. Like I said, we talked about what we want for the future.
Oh, are we? Do you think we're gonna get Freddie Gibbs this year,
Oh, I don't think we're gonna get him if I'm being honest,
dude?
but I would like it.
If we get all of Griselda and Freddie Gibbs,
It's gonna be a dangerous year.
That would be, dude. I'm busting out that hot plate. I am cooking crack. Like,
I guess another thing that I wanted, and it just came to my head now that you mentioned like Freddie Gibbs. I don't understand why there's certain people that come out every year, and you're guaranteed to hear those names. Like Drake is gonna be every year.
yeah,
Future is gonna be every year.
yeah.
What is stopping these other artists that are like they're not small in any sense, but like I don't understand why they take so long on certain projects in comparison.
Well, I think those are different things, right?
Yeah.
Drake, I think like it's a business decision. Like it's like we have to put out an album a year because Drake's a brand, and like the brand needs to be updated.
Okay.
Um, that's not to say that everyone who puts out an album a year is that. But that example, yeah, I would say that that's what it is. I also just think like it's the creative process. You know, for some people it's faster than others.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, and the other thing is that like I don't think it's an accident that the best names in the most beloved, not beloved, but like the most respected names are the ones that take the longest to put out albums. You know,
I think I see what you mean.
like look, don't get me wrong, like yeah, this is like the first year ever that we're not gonna have a Brockhampton album,
Possibly.
and like they put out good music pretty consistently, but like they're also a million people.
No, I
They're
see what you mean.
they're a small
It
nation.
takes a while
Yeah.
to kind of get everything pushed out and ready to
Yeah.
go.
Look, would I love if artists could start doing a more regular 2 year cycle? Absolutely. That would be
Man,
great. But, you
even
know,
2 years is perfect.
yeah. But like,
Not 5.
yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here.
Hey, we're getting a novel album this year.
I'm gonna end this fucking podcast forever. Nav
I'm
is
very excited,
I do not understand like being
Brandon.
excited for Nav. It's like being
Brandon,
excited for grits. Like
I'm just this man said being excited. All right, don't. I'm not even a grits person, but don't sleep on grits. Come on, now. That's disrespectful.
well, no, I like grits, but it's like I'm never excited to eat grits.
I yeah, you're not wrong.
He has no flavor. Also, like he's an industry plant. Like
Look, I'm ready for it. Honestly, I'm a fan, so
I
I'll
am
listen to it.
protesting the Nav album.
You can't protest an album.
I am
It's okay.
protesting the album. I will listen to it when certain conditions have been met.
What conditions, Brandon?
When Nav retires or expires.
He's not going to. He's been in the game for too long, bro. I'm telling you. You need to just get with the program.
Yeah, he doesn't want to waste that seat his dad bought him.
Anyway,
Yeah. Oh my god, you just ruined my night.
I'm so glad I brought it up before we ended.
Just ruined my night. God damn.
we finally did it. We finally got a short podcast.
What's your recommendations? You go first because I already did mine.
All right. Well, no, you didn't. You hinted at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just give it. Let me pull this up. My first one. Man, I was walking work the other day. I was like, I need to listen to some Mac Miller. It's been too long. And I listened to Good AM. And I don't
Ooh.
know if it's ROS or if it's just Rose. I don't know. That song is so good.
That's
It's
so
a
good.
love song. Oh my God. I cannot recommend that song enough. It is phenomenal.
Oh, that's a great pick.
All right.
That's a great
Let's see
pick.
your first one.
Okay, so my first one is Love by Kid Cudi.
Okay.
So it is. By the time you're hearing this, it'll be out on that the greatest hits album he's putting out. But it was a single he put out with Plain Pat on his SoundCloud, but it just never got an official release. I legitimately keep my SoundCloud on my phone to listen to that one song. Uh, it's an incredible song. It's very, very Man on the Moon one. Um,
I'm gonna go listen to it like this podcast.
it feels like it pulled out of that album in the best way.
I wonder if I've actually heard it. I'm curious now.
You might have,
I'm kind of like getting that shock factor.
yeah.
And
It came out when I was making when I first started like making shit, like I was making like my first movie and stuff.
mhm.
And like there are allusions to like writing tools. Like he keeps quoting the hero's journey in the song, which was a book I was reading, and I'm like, this is wild. Like
I just listened to like 2 seconds. I've heard this song and I love it.
okay.
Like I've 100% heard this song and it
Yeah.
is a great recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay, but
All right, you go next.
um, as I've been texting you, I'm not gonna lie, I am getting more and more excited for this Kid Cudi Don Toliver album or concert that I'm gonna be going to soon. I will be floating on a cloud that entire time. But I've been going back and listening to some more Don Toliver, and his single "Cafeteria" featuring Gunna is so good,
God
such a vibe.
God damn it, Purvis.
There's no way.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
was
way.
gonna recommend After Party by Don Toliver. That was my next banger.
That's fine. I'll put it on here now. Don Toliver After Party. I mean, that's like his staple song at this point.
Yeah.
I was literally he just posted on Instagram of him in Portugal, and it
Yeah.
was a video of him doing that performance for After Party,
Yeah.
and like I'm so hyped for that concert.
Yeah. If you ruin this next one,
Relax. I don't think
there's
there's
no
any
way. There's
if
no
there,
way. I
if
don't
you
think there's
do, my
any way. I don't think there's any way, but if you do, it will blow my mind.
it's funny because I'm literally thinking the same thing. So like I doubt it, but my third one is gonna be Joji. It's from his like first project that he put out, Demons. The song Demons by Joji is such a vibe. It's so good.
Man, I am just so
Do you not
I
like Joji?
I like Joji, or how do I
Okay.
put this? It's more like I respect Joji. You know,
Okay.
I think he's talented. I do not think he's like bad. He's not equivalent to like a Nav or Nav's not.
Aish.
Well, Nav's not bad. He's not equivalent to like a little Zan. He's not boring. He's not equivalent to like a
Okay.
Nav. He's he's interesting. My only thing is that I just feel like there are just so many artists who do what he does better,
Really?
and I don't. Yeah, like to me, it seems very alt R&B derivative. Now, maybe I
Okay.
gotta dive in a little bit deeper. I only heard one of his projects.
Do you remember which one by chance?
I could find out in 10 seconds.
Okay. Let's hear it. Because like I would highly recommend revisiting. That's all I'm gonna say. I would highly recommend revisiting and listening to Joji because like he is a diamond in the rough, in my opinion.
I listened to In Tongues, his first one.
And you didn't like it at all?
I didn't hate it. Like, no, it was like
It just didn't
fine.
click.
It just didn't click. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can respect that then.
Yeah. Like, no, like, I'm not hating at all. Like, I have no ill will towards Joji at all. But I just didn't hit for me.
I'm just curious,
Yeah, because it
what
seems like
other person has his style that does it better?
The Weeknd. Like all those vibey artists, I feel like he just feels very derivative of.
Okay, I can see a correlation to
You
the
know,
weekend in a way, and you're right.
Miguel,
The
Frank
weekend would be
Ocean,
better.
Party Next Door. I feel like all of them. Like he just feels like all those people put into a blender.
That's tough. I got to think about it for a while.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, I need to listen to his discography a little bit more for me to think, like, and compare him. Because I would not have said, initially, I can kind of see the weekend, but I don't see Party Next Door. I don't really see Frank Ocean as much. maybe the tone or like the dark vibes that sometimes come with Frank Ocean albums. But like I feel like Frank Ocean is much more bright and colorful than Joji.
Yeah, I don't like I didn't, but like I only listened to the one and I thought it was like fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
well, let's hear your last one.
you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I wanted to go with a throwback. It's been hot as shit out,
It has.
and I'm
Jesus
like,
Christ.
let me throw back to like one of the original summer songs. It's not like super dope. It's not a '90s song, but I'm gonna recommend "Go DJ" by Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah,
I
"Go
like it.
DJ."
I love it. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
that's an old one.
yeah. It was like his first big song. It's not. It's on the Carter, which is like his fourth album. But like,
Another person. No, all his albums are good. I won't say it's too many albums. All his albums are good.
oh, he's too many albums.
Wait, is it actually? Did I speak too soon? Let me do some research.
Dude, go look at how many albums Lil Wayne has.
It's a lot of them. To be fair, there's like a lot of repeating ones. It's just like the album and then the deluxe version.
I admit it's not as bad as Chief Keef, but
It's
it's in the same vein.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Same illness, different severity.
All right, bro. Wait, I'm done.
All right. Well, wow, we actually did a short one.
We actually did a short one.
Oh my god, we haven't been recording.
Oh, no way.
No, I'm joking.
Oh my god, I was gonna say Jesus Christ.
I thought it was very obvious. I was joking.
No. I was gonna be like, oh wow, we like really fucked up because we like finished.
Yeah, that would. All right. Well, next week we're gonna be back. We got some good stuff cooking, so we got
We
some
do
good.
have some good stuff.
Yeah. So this will be great. This will be great.
No, yeah,
Um,
I'm not. It actually, it's funny because it makes sense. The mid year episode should not be long.
yeah. And the other thing is that like, God, the end of the year episode is gonna be
Unbelievable.
a lot.
Because we're gonna have to do lists and yeah.
It's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be great. That'll be probably be another one where we take a week off. It's like we're gonna need a week.
All right, guys, we need to prep. Leave us
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. Don't tweet at me, government. Like
Government doesn't care what we do.
disagree. All right, folks. We're gonna sign off for right now, but you'll hear from us next week.
All right, but we made it.